Hello, my lovely viewers. I'm your host, Sally Joyson, and you're watching GalactiCode. I'm sure you're all familiar with the great influential psychologist Carl Jung, the man who once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This deeply thought-provoking quote forces us to ponder how we can make the unconscious become the conscious, become aware and control the events of our lives instead of relying on the situations, circumstances, and coincidences around us. Today, I invite you to dive deeper into this subject, to acquaint yourselves with the hidden driver of our lives, affecting our every thought, feeling, and action without us even being aware of it. And it all begins with the brain. While it is a complex organ composed of a trillion neurons communicating with each other, the brain nonetheless doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, between truth and fiction. This is why it is imperative to filter what you watch, what you listen to, and the people you communicate with them. According to an article by the New York Post, the path you choose when you make a decision can sometimes be predetermined before you even actively consider your options. Researchers found that they could predict the outcome of a test subject's decision up to 11 seconds before it happened. Decisions are made through a combination of cognition, emotion, and instinct. Today, the head, heart, and gut are all classified as functional brains. There are complex neural networks in all three. When facing a decision, if you are able to connect your head, heart, and gut together, it will give you a much greater level of self-awareness and allow you to make a better decision. Nowadays, psychology plays a vital role in helping and guiding people in gaining a better understanding of their fears, needs, emotions, behavior, and feelings. Let me present to you a person who has been a psychologist since childhood. Her willingness to help people at an early age lead her to become the professional she is today. With more than 12 years of experience working and helping children, youth, and elders around the world, she was the first to introduce the psychology of handwritings to her country. Her idea to create a special group psychotherapy program helped women to open up, tune in, and heal the feminine energy within. Please welcome the lecturer, psychotherapist, EAGT accreditation candidate, international art therapist, and trainer, Nino Kereselidze. Thanks for having us in your office. Nino, can you tell us what is psychotherapy and how does it help a person?
First of all, thank you for being here with me. Psychotherapy is a field, scientific field, which helps people to find out more things about yourself, about your family, and about the world, how it works, and what helps us to be the person we are here now, how development helps us to find out the things which are main for us, and how to see the world different, how to see deeper in the world.
Yeah, so interesting. What is the most favorite method of therapy nowadays and how effective it is?
For me, it's Gestalt psychotherapy because I'm Gestaltist as well. And for me, art therapy is also very interesting because you can find many things there and you can help people here and now. And Gestalt sees people as a whole and not some parts of the human that maybe there's some issues are there. So it helps people to be here and now, not to be focused on the past or in the future. Just being here and being with the problems we have today and how we can solve them. together with a therapist or maybe with our friends as well.
How can a person distinguish which one is more suitable for them?
It's very individual because you can find it during the process of psychotherapy. Maybe you can check many psychotherapy methods and you will find some one thing that it's very proper for you because for me cognitive behavioral therapy it doesn't work. I don't see that these processes working for us, but for me as well. But you can find it during the process. You can feel it with your therapist as well.
Okay. Which type of therapy is more effective, group therapy or individual therapy?
More effective is group therapy because there are people who have maybe such a problems you have and such a, subjects and things to work on it. So you see that you are not alone, and there are people who have now or had some previous years ago maybe some problems that you are working on it now. So it helps you to find out that there are people that already gained something in this process of growing. And individual psychotherapy also it's very helpful, but it's like you're working about on your own with a therapist. And in a group, you don't even want to talk some things. You just your being there is helping already because
enough, just
yes, being there is enough because the theory of field, we have this, and field is something that helps us to be here, to be pro to be focused on the process.
And you can understand that you are not alone in this world.
It's main thing maybe.
Right. Okay. What is the most common psychological problem that people face which requires therapeutic treatment?
In Georgia, I can say it's panic attacks and panic disorders because I have many clients with these symptoms. And sometimes there are couples who are coming to me and we are working about the communication problems they have. So I can say the two things, the communication problem and the panic attacks.
The panic attacks. So it's most common in Georgia, basically, but you also work around the world, so you can basically have very good understanding what's going on around the world.
Yes.
What about other countries?
I have many clients from the USA, from many countries from Europe, so I can tell that the issues were about I'm working right now. It's the development of problems, self growth, how to be in the process of growing.
Which age groups are the most active?
Definitely for me it's 25 to 35 years old persons are coming to me.
The most active?
Yes.
Okay, what about teenagers? Because lots of parents, I'm sure, they're watching our show and they want to know.
In Georgia, I have many teenagers whom I'm working with. Teenagers, they are used to be free, and sometimes the families doesn't allow them to be free inside, and they want to somehow all the time be in contact with them and go on the phone calls and something like that. So it's very common thing in Georgia. Teenagers are coming to the therapy for help to just to talk to the families. It's very common thing right nowadays.
They just want to talk, to express themselves, what they hold inside.
Yes, they just some of them asked me, can I talk to their mother just to see how she is, how because he could not speak by himself.
No.
So there are problems.
Interesting. Are there any special symptoms that indicate that a person needs psychotherapy?
First of all, if you have some problems in sleeping, if you're all the time alone, if you want to be all the time alone, if you don't want to be around the people, if something changed in your behavior, or maybe you lost some job, or maybe you gained some new things in your life, and you just want to share it, and you feel some energy inside you to share with someone. So this is a process when we are coming to psychotherapy. But in the real process, I can say in the real life, there people are coming with the psychosomatic symptoms, which is headaches, some pains in the stomach, or maybe some shivering all the time. So it depends on the people. When you feel that it's something changed and it's not okay for you, maybe you can just call us and check on it.
In this case, how can one identify a skilled professional?
Oh, in Georgia, it's not easy because we have no license here. So our therapists, many of us, have European accreditation or in accreditation from USA. So it's okay to ask psychotherapists or psychologists what you have learned, where you have learned. Do you have any supervision? Do you have your individual psychotherapy? Because it's very important to people to have the psychotherapy treatment as well by themselves. So you need to check on it. You need to find out on the internet resources what about they are working on. Just and you will find out more or less the psychotherapist you are searching for.
Okay, so it's okay to check, it's okay to ask. So don't hesitate to ask and check before you go there, and after you go, you should also ask many questions about that. So it's okay. How deep can a psychologist go within a person's subconscious?
Oh, it depends on the subject or what about we're working, and it depends as well on the client where he or she needs to find out and what is the issue that we are working on it. Pretty deeper we can go, maybe in the previous lives as well, like holotrophic breathing, or maybe how was the human in the mother thumb? What was the feeling there? So it depends on process.
So even you can go so
Yeah, sure.
deeper that you can like understand what the child was feeling while she was inside the mother's womb, right?
Yes, sometimes that many problems are coming from there. So we are asking from parents to be careful all the time because children are listening, children are learning from us. So we need to be careful all the time.
Okay. While you're pregnant, I mean,
Yes,
you should,
sure.
yeah, you should take care of yourself, what you listen and what you watch. Okay, what do you find, most challenging about working in psychology?
For me, it's a process when I'm finding that I had some problem like that, like my client has right now, and in this point, I need to stop and go to see my therapist and my supervision as well because it helps me to be in a process with client, not to lose client and go in my process by myself. So it's most challenging to find people that we had some same issues that I have worked through, or maybe I'm working right now. So it's most challenging for me right now.
No. Okay. Is there any kind of therapy that person who, for instance, doesn't have the resources to visit a psychologist can do by themselves?
Sure, painting, art therapy, you can do whatever you want with painting, or you can maybe do some breathing work as well, or maybe some meditation. It helps people to find out some more things about yourself. And with art therapy, you can see where you are right now, where you want to change, how you want to change, and you can see some clear facts there. And it helps, and there are many resources in the internet that helps you to find what is your reading telling about you. It's a painting telling you about you, but it's really better to see the therapist, because it's a process when you need someone to be with you all the time in the process of growing, because it's not easy to find many things, harmful things about you, and being alone there.
Which is inside you, and you can't approach it because it
Yeah.
goes so deeper. That's why you need
Yes, you need
psychologists to help
some
you
observer.
yeah, to see it surface. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. Before we sign off, can you tell us about your future plans?
Future, I'm very interested in hypnosis and the handwriting, the psychotherapy, because it's very interesting and it's really unknown nowadays in Georgia. So I am working on it, and I hope so that the world will see some new things about it.
Please find all Nina's social media links in the description box. Remember to like the video, comment your thoughts down below, and share this interview with your friends, as that really helps with engagement. Keep in mind, no one fully knows how our brain works. The power of our brain is unknown and may even be infinite. Thanks for watching. I have been your host, Sally Joyson, and this is Galactic Code. Until next time.